This psalm celebrates the love that the Lord has for his people, rescuing them from hardship, ruin and despair. The writer encourages us to rely solely on the Lord, but also warns us of the consequences of separation from him that start when we become complacent and we neglect the one who truly loves us. Psalm 107, Reimagined. Give credit to the Lord, for he is kind-hearted. His love is dependable and inexhaustible. The Lord has liberated your whole family, hasn't he? Then make it clear. Tell those around you that he has freed all of you from your oppression. You are diverse individuals coming from different places and different backgrounds, with different points of view and histories, yet he has turned you into a single community. Some of you were refugees, having no homes and no idea of where to go. You were starving and dying of thirst. You begged the Lord to help you in your hardships, and he delivered you from your destitution. He has brought you to this place of safety and gave you a new home and life. Remember the Lord's inexhaustible love for you and cherish him in return. Pay tribute to him for all the amazing miracles he has done for you. He has quenched your thirst and has given you all that you need. Some of you were in dark and lonely places, and some were locked up. You all felt far from your God, believing you had let him down and ignored the advice of the greatest of all time. It seemed as though he was punishing you, piling one disaster on you after another, and you had no one to turn to. Out of sheer desperation you cried, "Lord, please rescue me." He broke in and turned things around. In the darkest place, you felt the warmth of his presence, and doors that had been locked began to open. Remember the Lord's inexhaustible love for you and cherish him in return. Pay tribute to him for all the amazing miracles he has done for you. He forced locked doors to open and broke apart the bonds which held you. Some of you live lives of which you are now ashamed. Looking back, you felt that you got your just deserts. Your health suffered, and you could not afford to eat. It looked like it could only end one way. In your despair you cried out, "Lord, do something," and he picked you up. He spoke to you gently and healed your body and mind. You regained your strength and death receded. Remember the Lord's inexhaustible love for you and cherish him in return. Pay tribute to him for all the amazing miracles he has done for you. Devote yourself to remembering all that you have to be grateful for and enjoy singing to him in love. Some of you were focused on your working life at the exclusion of all else, doing what needed to be done, when it needed to be done, wherever it needed to be done. You saw how the world can work. At one moment everything was going well. The next felt like all the Lord's creative power was unleashed in a storm. You were frightened because forces beyond your control threatened your livelihood and reputation. Businesses that were once growing and invincible suddenly came crashing down, and the employees recoiled in alarm. Everything you had worked for seemed doomed, and you didn't know which way to turn. "Lord, show me what to do," you pleaded in confusion, and he showed you a way forward. The confusion of thoughts in your head calmed, and your restless emotions quietened. His presence brought a sense of peace, and you let him build a new life for you. Remember the Lord's inexhaustible love for you and cherish him in return. Pay tribute to him for all the amazing miracles he has done for you. Tell the story of his compassion to you, to his followers, and to all the leaders you meet. Flooding rivers can become dry gorges, and well-irrigated plains can suddenly dry up when he decides. Fertile lands can become a wasteland where nothing grows because he makes a stand against the wrongdoings and atrocities of the inhabitants. On the other hand, dry deserts can flourish with new oases, and arid wastelands can become irrigated by the appearance of many springs when he acts. Starving refugees can make this area their home, and develop their communities. They can create their own farms, start their own businesses, and begin to flourish. With his presence and backing, their families will grow and their businesses will prosper. Later, if they begin to decline and face ruin, suffering repression, hardship and distress, he will hold their leaders to account and strip them of their power. He will liberate the oppressed from their struggles and help them to flourish again. His followers will understand these events and celebrate, while the perverse will be struck dumb. Let these insights develop your common sense, and may you look at the way the Lord works and understand his inexhaustible and never-ending love.